Next story we're going to cover, ladies and gentlemen, in the vein of people like JD Vance, is all these Republican folks coming out saying that they don't like Trump and Trump is doing wrong. What is my contention, ladies and gentlemen? Don't believe them until we go to the ballot box and we see an overwhelming vote for blue. Because short of that, I don't care what you're talking about. So here we have Tucker Carlson, who I'm telling you, I think he's doing all this talk against Trump because he understands Trump is supposed to be a lame duck. And I think he's trying to make a run, him and Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I'm telling you, don't believe a word he's saying because he's still a crook. He's still a horrible human being. But take a listen to what he had to say and let me know what you think.
Do you see a path towards supporting him again? I mean, if he suddenly took actions that you agreed with, do you see yourself coming back into the fold?
I'd support anybody who made life in the United States better. Of course, it's absolutely not personal. And that's part of what I hope to convey by always adding the caveat, but I like Trump because it's not personal. So I would always support and I mean literally anybody, no matter how unlikely the person, no matter how much I disagreed with his previous policies or reviled him as a man or whatever. It almost doesn't matter. If someone's doing a good thing, I want to be honest enough to say, God bless you for doing that. And I support that thing. So it's really about what a person is doing. It's about the fruit rather than the perception. You make this country better. I don't care who you are. I will cheer you on because I live here and I want the country to get better. It's not getting better. Now, it's very hard for me to imagine any scenario in which we look back on the last 2 months, this war with Iran, and say that really made us more prosperous, safer, happier, united our country. I just can't imagine that. But then, a lot of things I haven't been able to imagine. So if that happens, I will be the very first person to say, well, I was completely wrong about that, and I'm sorry. And I'm grateful that I was wrong. And I will really mean it. Because I'm not, again, I don't have any partisan agenda at all. The Republican Party could not be more repulsive to me. The Democratic Party, same thing. So I just am in this weird non-aligned place, and it's totally sincere. Like, I think the parties, and I'm saying this on the basis of a lot of knowledge, are rotten beyond repair, or at least simple repairs.
Can you imagine?
Now, he's partially right. And for some reason, I think he's been privileged to see the Epstein's files. And a lot of the Republicans that have been coming out talking junk against Trump and the administration, I think that they have been privileged to see the Epstein files. They know who exactly is in them, and they're making calculated judgments to be the alternatives to the people who we will eventually find out is in those files, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully we have enough people who normally haven't been educated that are getting educated to understand not to vote for those people, because it is people, folks, who, how can I say this, are on both sides of the aisle. But for the most part, it is, when it comes to the majority of the folks on this list, it is a whole lot of Republicans, 100% more than Democrats. But it's a lot of those Democrats that claim to vote centrist. And to believe Tucker Carlson in terms of both parties are rotten, they are, but I don't think that he is positioning himself to run as third party. He's still going to run as a Republican. So how does that make you above the fray? How does that make Marjorie Taylor Greene above the fray if you're saying both parties are rotten and you haven't told us a plan of how you're going to fix it? I'm going to tell you how you fix it. I'm going to tell the American people and everybody watching this video, how do you fix that? You vote for candidates who do not take PAC money. And the only people not taking PAC money, ladies and gentlemen, are progressives and leftists. Everybody on the right is taking PAC money. Every centrist Democrat to the right is taking PAC money. The only way we get ourselves out of this behemoth of a situation we're in is we vote for more candidates like Mayor Mamdani, like AOC, like Bernie. We need, like Elizabeth Warren, we need those people running for office who are not taking PAC money, because the main story we're covering today that I'm almost to is anonymous coming out, letting us know that there were some extra people who we haven't heard famously in files, whose names are coming out on those files. And we'll get to that in a minute. But post your comments and let me know what you think about Tucker Carlson.